In the early 17th century, the area now recognized as New York was a borderland for European settlers and the home of Native American tribes, especially the Lenape. Initially built on trade and careful cooperation, the relationship between the Dutch colonists of New Netherland and the indigenous tribes began to degrade due to land disputes, economic exploitation, and cultural misunderstandings. This growing tension erupted in February 1643, culminating in the Manhattan Massacre, a harrowing episode in the annals of European colonization in America. By the early 1600s, Dutch settlers had created the colony of New Netherland along the Hudson River. Settlements such as New Amsterdam, now Manhattan, emerged as central trading hubs. The fur trade was pivotal in their interactions with the native tribes, who exchanged pelts for European goods like firearms, metal tools, and alcohol. While initially, this trade fostered a period of mutual cooperation, the increasing Dutch population demanded more land for farming and settlements, encroaching upon native territories and causing rising tensions. Epidemics introduced by Europeans, such as smallpox, decimated indigenous populations, weakening them both militarily and economically. The colony's governor, Willem Kieft, was significant in escalating tensions. Appointed in 1638, Kieft quickly gained a reputation for authoritarianism and severe policies. One highly contentious decision was imposing a tax on native tribes, forcing them to pay in furs and food as compensation for the settlers' protection. This was seen as a humiliating injustice by the Lenape and other tribes. In 1641, a Dutch farmer was killed in a dispute with a Lenape individual. Seizing the incident as a pretext for retribution, Kieft's aggressive measures were opposed by many Dutch settlers who preferred diplomatic negotiations over conflict, but he disregarded their objections, pushing the situation towards violence. By winter 1643, a group of Lenape fleeing attacks by rival tribes sought refuge on Manhattan Island. Camped in Corlear's Hook in Pavonia, now Jersey City, they believed they would find safety near Dutch settlements. However, Kieft perceived their presence differently and, on February 25, 1643, ordered a surprise attack. Dutch soldiers assaulted the Lenape camps as they slept, sparing no one. An estimated 80 Lenape perished that night in a brutal massacre. The massacre led to a wave of retaliatory violence. Infuriated by the bloodshed, native tribes attacked Dutch settlements, burning farms and killing settlers. This period, known as Kieft's War, dragged from 1643 to 1645, causing chaos. The war delivered a heavy blow to both sides, with the Dutch suffering significant losses and the native tribes facing further devastation and displacement. Kieft's leadership alienated both settlers and tribes, leading to his recall to the Netherlands in 1647 to stand trial. However, he died at sea, escaping direct accountability for the bloodshed. The Manhattan Massacre stands as an early example of the violent conflicts between European settlers and Native Americans. It underscores the colonial expansion's devastating effects and the consequential dehumanization of indigenous peoples.